Hello, everyone. I'm Anna Zobel. I'm a Star Diamond Beachbody coach, and I wanted to share with you guys a lot of tips that I have about how to lose weight during the holidays. And sorry, I'm not starting on my first slide, so I'm going back. Um, anyway, this is something I have a passion about because I remember how excited I was the first time that I actually lost a few pounds. It was actually the week of Christmas that we were actually even at my in-laws' house. And so, I had started my new program. I had bought myself Brazil butt lift for my birthday, or for my Christmas present to myself. And anyway, and so I was trying it out and everything, and I, just mostly stuck to the plan, and I did the workouts. And then I was super excited to have lost, a few pounds during that week of Christmas and get started on my weight loss. And so anyway, so I have a lot of tips over the years that I've gotten that I wanted to share with you guys. So we'll get right into it. Let's see. Got to figure out how to move my slides here. Okay. So let me see if I can move this thing. See if I put it down here. Sorry. Okay. So I started my journey several years ago, and I actually have two different before and afters now. My first time I lost over about 48 pounds over several years. And I started out with P90X. And, I had tried lots of things before. I had actually tried P90X before, where I started it. I don't know if you guys have done this, where you buy it, it sits in the box forever. And I started it, and then things came up. I started travel nursing, and they didn't have DVD players at the hotels, and, just different things like that. And so I finally was determined to finish P90X for my 30th birthday. And so I finally did it. And then I actually did it 3 times. And then over the years, I just kept doing it. Over about 2 years, I did that and Brazil butt lift and Turbo Fire. And I lost that 48 pounds. And when I started Turbo Fire is when I became a coach. I didn't know that, here I was telling all of my friends that they needed to get P90X and they needed to get Brazil butt lift, and all of these are Beachbody programs. And I saw a friend on Facebook talking about being a Beachbody coach, and I was kind of shocked and like, wait, you're telling me that I could be making money for what I'm already referring people. It's kind of like a referral bonus, that you get at stores. If you refer somebody to buy something from them, they give you a bonus. And so I was pretty excited about that. And so I maintained my weight loss over 2 or 3 years. And so I was pretty excited about that too, because I know, like many people that I've talked to, I had lost weight before and gained it back. I don't know if you guys have tried all of those things, and before I did Beachbody, I would say with my friends like, oh, we're going to run a marathon together. And we'd train for maybe 3 weeks in a row, and then I'd kind of die off, somebody would sleep in, and then, and then it was over. And then, and I tried lots of different things, where I just did different workouts and different workout videos, and some things worked. And then other times I do the workouts, but I wouldn't do the eating right. And so, anyway, so it's nice that this has the total package, and we'll talk more about that. So then I got to start over again when I had my daughter. I did gain a lot of weight during my pregnancy. Even though I was working out the whole time, I know that I ate too much. I think I kind of took advantage of it because I had been eating healthy for so long that I was like using it as an excuse to eat all this pizza and stuff that I wanted to. So, so yeah, that's a whole other subject. But I'm excited that even with going back to work full time and raising our daughter, and you see her little helmet there, she ended up needing surgery on her head. So we went through a lot of things over the last year, and I'm really excited that I've lost, over 45 pounds from my pregnancy heaviest pregnancy weight, with doing these different programs, like the 21-day fix and 22-minute hardcore and country heat. And I'm super excited that Beachbody now has programs that are only 30 minutes or less. I'm kind of spoiled that way. Anything longer than 30 minutes, and I'm like, all right, we gotta, do something else. So, and I was able to lose that weight while working out with my daughter a lot of the times. A lot of times she was awake already, and I would either hold her or do different things to involve her in my workout. And then also that I was able to lose that weight and still maintain a milk supply. I know that's important to a lot of women, that I wanted to nurse my baby. And sometimes you worry that if you lose weight too quickly that you would lose that milk supply. And so I'm not even quite down to my skinniest, pre-pregnancy weight right now. And I'm still nursing, but I'm excited that I've gotten that far, and I feel very healthy during that whole process. So, and over the years, I have lost weight or maintained my weight during those holidays. So these are my first tips. So the first tip is that it's holidays and not holiday months. And I know I did this and I try to avoid doing this now. And so you still need fitness, nutrition, and support. You need to do all of those things and work out and eat healthy the whole rest of the month. So the thing is, okay, Thanksgiving is a big one, and so is Halloween. Halloween's coming up right now, and yes, there's like lots of candy involved and everything. So let's say that I eat candy on Halloween. That doesn't mean that I need to eat a whole pumpkin full of candy every single day or week. And so, anyway, and I love this concept of choose ahead of time when your cheat meals will be. Now, not only are there the holidays, but then there's all the family parties, the work parties, the get together with your friends parties. For me, I know of at least two. Now that I think there's 3 different Halloween parties that we'll be going to. And so choose ahead of time what your cheat meals will be. So those are 3 different Halloween parties that maybe I will do some cheats at. But if I am healthy the rest of the month, then those cheat meals are not going to make me gain 10 pounds just from those. So, so it's more focusing on your daily habits, and then go ahead and have your favorite desserts at Thanksgiving and Halloween and Christmas, and whatever it is that's your favorite. And then the biggest thing is food prep of healthy foods ahead of time. I love these pictures of like different healthy foods that you could do in the different holidays, instead of candy, instead of pies, that kind of thing. And so do food prep, but again, every week I need to do food prep. So, and I know, and I still fall into this. So, I'm not perfect at this either, you guys. For example, I traveled over this last weekend, and then I usually do my food prep. I usually buy my groceries on Saturday and do my food prep on Sunday. Well, I didn't buy groceries on Saturday. And so then when I didn't have stuff planned, then I ate some pretty unhealthy things on Monday, or too much of different things. Whereas if I have it planned out, and I like to just make a bunch of healthy food and cut up a bunch of vegetables, and then kind of do the grab and go type of thing. So, okay. So another tip here is reduce holiday stress. So if you are a stress eater, rather than just using willpower not to eat, try reducing your stress. Okay. For example, make holiday priorities. So, and I like this idea. Ask your loved ones what is really important for them to feel like it is the holidays, and then cut everything else out and take time and add stress. And so take time for your family. And I remember my mom would say, do less for your children or for your family so that you can do more with them. So I know that some people are super focused on like, I've got to do, maybe you're hosting those parties, or maybe you are trying to make these elaborate gifts for your entire family and for your entire neighborhood. Or maybe you're making a bunch of desserts to take around to everybody. And one thing about that is everybody is trying to be healthier, pretty much everybody. And so when you take them a whole plate of cookies, sure, they love it. But I mean, think about how you feel when you get a plate of cookies. You're like, oh, this is awesome. And then you're like, oh, crap, now I know I'm going to eat it. So try to think of some healthy things to take to people. Like, I think one time when we went Christmas caroling, instead of taking a whole plate of cookies, we did take some candies in a small bag, but the bag also had, like, I think clementine oranges or maybe even apples that were, it was cute mixed in with the candy. And so at least giving some options. But again, some people just put too much on their plate and then they get totally stressed out and then they eat all those cookies that they made for their neighbors and they eat all these things, and so. And then the thing about asking your loved ones what's really important for them to feel like it's the holidays, that means I would get really stressed out making Thanksgiving dinner. And I would make all of these traditional side dishes and then nobody would eat them because they didn't like them. And then they would sit in my fridge and then I would eat a whole bunch of them. And sometimes I didn't even like them that much, but I just thought I needed to make it for Thanksgiving. And then that's a whole bunch of extra calories that you didn't even like. And so then I started, when we do host Thanksgiving dinner, I go around and ask each person, okay, what do you need for it to feel like it's Thanksgiving? Rather than making all of these extra things that people aren't going to eat, I'm only going to make the side dishes that people will actually eat and actually enjoy. And we have more tips about those. So again, more reduce the holiday stress, let go of perfectionism. Okay. So things do not have to be perfect. You do not have to give gifts to everyone. You can do cards, but again, don't get, overwhelmed with that either. Buy gifts early, reduce the number of gifts. If it's just creating stress, give gift cards. And then create new and healthier traditions, create traditions of spending time with your family, of giving people a phone call instead of a card, that kind of thing. And so we just keep it really to a minimum as far as how many gifts we do and that kind of thing. And with your spouse or your significant other, if this works for you, I reduced my husband's stress by asking him one year, honey, would you like me just to buy myself my own gift? And I know there's people that really would be offended by that. And they really want that person to pick out the gift. But for me, and it depends on your personality, but for me, it was like, hey, I get a little shopping spree. I get to decide what I want. And for example, when I bought myself Brazil butt lift, I don't think you'd necessarily want to buy your spouse that gift, because then they'd be like, what's wrong with my butt? But unless they ask for it. But if you give permission to the other person to, you say, this is how much money you have to spend, or give them a gift card or something, then they get to choose something that they like, and you're not stressed out about what their gift is going to be. So it's okay if things are not perfect. And, I think it's almost better. It makes for great holiday memories. Okay, so tips for parties and events. First of all, get your workout in earlier in the day. I like to do it before I go to work or in the morning when I wake up on Saturdays. And then, I love this, dance the night away. I love dancing. And so if there's dance music there, then get out there and dance. It burns the calories and you're not standing around eating a bunch of stuff. So, okay, some more tips for parties. Okay, eat healthy the rest of the day. So I will plan ahead and say, okay, I know that I'm going to a Halloween party tonight or whatever kind of party it is. And I will try to eat super healthy, kind of lower calorie things during the middle of the day. I'll try to eat less carbs because I know I probably will have carbs at the party. I'll try to eat more vegetables and, some healthy proteins to keep myself from being hungry. So I won't starve myself, but I do definitely eat less in the morning and afternoon before I party. And then when it's a potluck one, try to bring an actual healthy option. People will love you. The people that are like you, that are trying to be healthy, will love that there is a fruit tray or a vegetable tray. And it doesn't have to just be that. There's lots of different healthy recipes that you can get. And then I love the don't drink your calories. So there's all sorts of like, you know, super high calorie ciders and drinks, and the alcohol has, you know, calories in it. And so I try to just drink water and ice, maybe some lemon in it, you know, and so that, because I know I personally love eating, you guys. I'm giving you these tips, but these are things that I have to follow too. So I love eating. So I know that I want to spend my calories on chocolate and things like that. So, and then I love this. Don't be a nutrition Nazi at holiday parties and dinners. Okay. Okay, please, I'm giving you these tips to be healthier, but I also want your family to still love you and stuff. So please don't be that one at the Thanksgiving dinner that's like pointing out how many calories are in each thing. Okay, don't tell people that, because it just makes them not enjoy their dinner. Just get your small portion sizes and enjoy the meal, enjoy your company and stuff, and you try to add healthy things to it so that they have healthy options, but don't go around and basically ruin everybody's day by, you know, looking at them judgmentally as they're eating something high calorie. Okay. So, okay. And then help your friends and family be healthier before and after the event. Like go for a walk as a family, have a turkey bowl, little fun, you know, football game the morning of Thanksgiving, just different things like that. Really try to help them all be healthier and give them those healthy options, like I was saying. And then that's more time with your family. Okay, this is a huge thing. Don't rely on willpower, you guys. So, but I love this. Give in to the craving, but watch your portion sizes. So this is something that I've had to do. So, like I said, you're going to bring the healthy food. You're going to bring the veggie tray, and then eat that healthy food first so that you get a little bit filled up from it. And then decide what's really worth the calories. All right. Like I said, I love eating. Okay. And I will literally look at, you know, a spread at a party and decide, you know, okay, for me, it's chocolate. Maybe it's something else for you guys. But what I noticed is that if I told myself that I could not have that chocolate brownie, I would eat every dessert around the chocolate brownie. Like I'd stand there and eat everything else around the brownie. And then I'd realize I'd just eaten a whole bunch of stuff, and I'd be like, oh, well, now I'm going to have the chocolate brownie anyway. So don't waste the calories, you guys. Decide what's truly worth it, and really, and give into that craving. But try to watch the portion size. So there's a few ways to do this. And let me just see if it's on my next slide. Okay. Oh, here we go. So these are my different ways of watching your portion sizes, but still, you know, eating the food that you love. Okay. And this doesn't have to be with desserts. It could be with the mashed potatoes that are extra creamy with high calories, or it could be, you know, whatever it is. So first, avoiding, put 20 seconds between you and the food. This is actually a study that was done, and it's in the book. It was cited in the book, Happiness Advantage, the Happiness Advantage. And they found that if it took somebody 20 seconds longer to go and like get something or do something, then they were less likely to do it. Whereas if it was much closer to them, then they were more likely to do it. So that means that you need to walk away from the food table 20 seconds, you know, however long, you know, and go and talk to somebody on the other side of the room and avoid it. Okay. Don't stand over it like I used to. Okay. Don't just stand there and be staring at the chocolate brownie and then wonder why you ate so much. Okay. Don't rely on willpower, because there's actually that was the other study done in that book. There's only a limited amount of willpower that people have during a day, even if it's with different things. And so they had a study that like, if people had to use willpower to not say, mean things at work, when somebody was mean to them, and they had to use willpower with their children to not snap at them or whatever. And then at the end of the day, if they were given the choice, if they were put in front of those little tests that they would do, like they'd put a marshmallow in front of them and, okay, you can have one of these now, or if you wait, then you get like 2 later or something like that. The people that had to use their willpower, even in completely unrelated things, had less willpower later in the day. So these parties are usually at night, so don't rely on willpower. Don't tell yourself that, oh, I'm going to be strong. It's not being strong. You just need to have strategy, okay, you guys? So delay is wait until later in the event, okay? This one I used a lot. So I would tell myself, I can have that brownie. I just need to wait until, sometimes I'd even set a certain time, or I would say I've got to wait an hour or whatever it is. I need to wait till later in the party, because I know myself. And I know that once I start eating that brownie and I get that taste in my mouth, I just want to eat more. Okay. So then I've avoided it. I delay the amount of time I eat my vegetables, and I eat the healthy proteins that are there. So then I go over, I'm like going to have my brownie. I'm not eating any of the other desserts because I don't need those. I need the brownie. Okay. So then limit your portion size. So don't be afraid to cut off a piece. I do this all the time. I will grab the little plastic fork at the event, and I will cut myself a portion that I want, rather than having to take the entire thing. If it's like a huge, piece of cake or brownie or pie or whatever it is, I will cut pies in half. I will cut my own piece off. And the other reason for doing that, not only is to have a smaller portion size, but because I love variety. And so let's say there's a chocolate brownie, but there's also a chocolate truffle, and there's a chocolate. So I will cut small pieces of each of the things that I want to taste, so that I get a little bit of each and I get that taste, but I don't have to eat the whole thing. Okay, then my last tip is get the taste out of your mouth. So this is a big one that a lot of people hadn't heard before, is that for me, once I have the taste of chocolate in my mouth, I compare it to like a shark tasting blood in the water. I mean, literally, it's like a feeding frenzy after that. Like, I just keep wanting more and more chocolate. So I know you guys are visualizing me right now with like chocolate all over my face and stuff. So in order to not do that, I have to get the taste out of my mouth. Now, the best way for me to do this is, especially at a party, is grab a carrot stick. If they've got a veggie tray there, carrot stick, cucumbers, anything that's like crunchy, basically, because it kind of cleans off your teeth almost, and it gets that taste out of my mouth. It's something that kind of cleanses the palate. Whatever you can do to cleanse your palate and not have that taste in your mouth. So either that or a mint or a piece of gum. I chewed a lot of gum when I was losing my weight the first time. So definitely do what you need to avoid eating more. Okay. And then start again now. So let's say I have that whole plan set out, and then I completely eat tons of brownies. And, sometimes I'll eat that piece of brownie, but then I'll be like, oh my gosh, I didn't see over there is my favorite other chocolate dessert. Can't even think of things right now, but there's lots. So, or maybe it's my favorite candy bar or whatever it is. And so then I end up eating more than I should have. And sometimes a lot more than I should have. You guys, I have been there. All right. I know how that feels. Now, my big thing is that you don't beat yourself up. Okay. A lot of people eat too much, and then they start just criticizing the heck out of themselves. They think, some people are really mean to themselves. You guys, you wouldn't talk to your friends this way. So don't beat yourself up. Don't go down that road of telling yourself all these negative things about, why couldn't you be stronger? Because remember, you're not going to use your willpower anymore. So it doesn't help you to lose weight if you beat yourself up. People that beat themselves up and are mean to themselves in their brains, in their thoughts, end up eating more, you guys. This is in studies also. People that are, very negative about their weight and stuff, they feel negative, and then they eat more because they feel so bad. And then they feel bad about eating more, and then they eat more. So we know this, you guys, so don't do it. Stop yourself from having the negative thoughts and forgive yourself if you overeat or if you haven't worked out or whatever it is. One bad meal or one bad day doesn't mean you completely stop trying to be healthy. That's the other thing is I have so many people that say, oh, well, I just screwed up my entire diet tonight. And it's like they think that throws away all the other healthy choices that they've made all week. And and it doesn't happen that way, you guys. You've got to this is a lifestyle for your life, okay? It's not just you're on, 1 week of trying to be healthy. And people think that because that's why you have to let go of perfectionism also, as people that are trying to do perfectionism. First of all, it doesn't work. But secondly, they say, oh, well, I wasn't perfect with my diet or I skipped my workout. And then they think that they have to start all over. And so they're like, oh, well, I've got to start over. So I'm going to wait until next month to start over. I'm going to wait till January, you guys. Don't wait, okay? Your body needs to be healthy. You know that it needs to feel better. So choose to be healthy again immediately. And my tip is to eat a veggie. So again, that carrot stick that I told you to eat to get the taste out of your mouth, that has 2 different reasons to do that. First of all, it gets the taste out of your mouth. Second of all, I would use it as kind of a trigger to my little mantra of like, I would put the carrot stick in my mouth and chew it, and eat it. And then I would tell myself, see, I'm still a healthy eater. Even if I just ate tons of crap, I would tell myself, I am a healthy eater. You guys, the words I am are very powerful. So if you tell yourself, oh, I'm such a unhealthy eater, you're going to keep eating unhealthy. So tell yourself you're a healthy eater, that you're a healthy person, you're becoming a healthy person, and eat the veggie to stop the binging, and then forgive yourself immediately. So let's see. It says, I'm not giving up. I'm just starting over. So, and I just immediately start again. So I've eaten that veggie, stopped my chocolate binge or whatever it was I was doing. And I immediately start making healthier choices right then. So, and the next day and the next day. So it doesn't matter, if I have one bad day or even a bad week, I will start immediately and be like, okay, I am a healthy eater. Okay. So tips for travel. Lots of people travel during the holidays. So the first is to take your workout with you. The Beachbody workouts come on DVDs. I take them with my laptop that has a DVD player. But also, if you have access to internet, if you're not going to some cabin in the woods or whatever, you have Beachbody On Demand. That comes with your challenge pack order. You get a free trial of it, and it has all of the videos on there. So I take resistance bands if I need them. You can take healthy snacks for the travel. So, and then I love the exercise as a family, especially with the fun workouts that have come out recently, like Country Heat. It's really fun to do that as a family, kind of learn it together. Everybody's laughing and having fun. So, okay. So healthy snacks for travel. That's like if you're going on a long car drive, instead of having like Fritos and candy and stuff in the car, try to take a whole bunch of vegetables, a whole bunch of, I take things that are easy to take along, or things like apples and bananas. And, I'll even try to do healthy, maybe some healthy sandwiches or something. And then ask for healthy alternatives is like, if you are helping to plan the meals, or if they ask you, what do you want to eat? You can say, can we try some healthier stuff? And again, don't put people completely out, but if there is a healthy alternative, something, you can ask for it. But that also applies to restaurants. So ask for a healthy alternative at the restaurant. One of my favorite switches is to, instead of having pasta, I get the sauce. So that's my splurge of the night, is having there's this really good Alfredo sauce at this one restaurant, and I really want the sauce, and I really want the seafood that they have on top of the pasta that they are giving, but I don't want the pasta, so I have them put it over a bed of steamed vegetables. So that's one of my favorite, kind of healthy alternative. So And then of course you can offer to cook or buy healthy food when you're there. Okay, so this one is, I said, ditch the sugar / limit. And since you guys have heard me talking about how much I eat chocolate and stuff, you know that I haven't really ever completely cut out sugar. I want to let you know, though, that it is a good idea. And so if you, because with the new science that's come out, we do know that obesity happens not just because of high fat diets, because now Americans really have lowered the amount of fat they intake, but yet we've gotten more obese. So it's actually the sugar intake. And I can't get into like all of why this happens, but from the simple way that I understand it, just think of it as sugar turning into fat once you eat it, basically. Okay. So just think of it as that. Anyway, this is definitely one of the biggest things that causes obesity. And so try to limit the sugar as much as possible. So things like decreasing the amount of sugar that you put in your recipes. You can substitute, I like stevia or the brand I use is Truvia. So for example, when I do cinnamon and sugar toast, I put, instead of cinnamon and sugar, I do cinnamon and Truvia or the stevia, because it's a sweetener that's natural. It's not that aspartame stuff. It's actually from a plant and it has 0 calories. So I do that instead. So just find little ways to limit the amount of sugar. If you want to go totally hardcore and ditch, completely cut out sugar, good for you, you guys. I applaud you and I support you, kind of from the sidelines over here, still eating my chocolate. So anyway, okay. So holiday foods and treat, the holiday meal. So again, I already shared this before, only prepare the foods that your family needs to feel like the holidays. So kind of those, all of those foods that they need. And then do some healthified meals and dishes and healthified treats. And so healthified to me means that it's healthier, but doesn't necessarily mean like it's totally, no sugar, vegan, whatever. It doesn't have to mean that you are not eating any of the foods that you like I said. Maybe just, like I said, cutting back on the sugar, substituting some things to make it healthier. And definitely plan ahead, like we were talking about before. And then this at the bottom, take the Sarah Jade challenge. So Sarah Jade is one of our great coaches on our team, and she lost weight in one of my first challenge groups, and during the holidays too. She was in my challenge group that we called it Candy Corn to Candy Canes, and we had this like all the way through the holidays. We had this group of people that were supporting each other to really work out and eat healthy. And she came up with this great idea of how she would not eat as much sugar, because she actually is a baker, you guys. So just imagine she bakes these beautiful cakes, like wedding cakes and birthday cakes. And so there's all this frosting and cake around her all the time. And so, but she still was able to lose weight. And the way that she got herself to not eat was that she would do 10 jumping jacks for every bite she took of frosting or other unhealthy stuff. So just think about that. And she would do it immediately there in her kitchen, and people like her kids and her husband would be looking at her and stuff. And so, but yeah, and she said that first day that she did it, she had to do 140 jumping jacks in her kitchen. But the next day she did less. And so this is what I'll do. I use this from time to time. Sometimes I'll do it over a weekend, or sometimes I'll just do it when I'm just going to a party. And so I personally allow myself a certain amount, like I said, and I say about a brownie size is what I say as my portion size of what I'll allow of unhealthy treats. And then anything over that I eat, I will do, I use burpees a lot because I really hate burpees. So it's kind of a thing that I will do. Or if I can't do those at the place that I'm at, like I'll do squats. A lot of times now I will wait until I get home to do them, because I haven't really busted out burpees in the middle of a holiday party. But hey, you guys can try it and see, tell me how it goes. Tell me what kind of conversations you have after that. So anyway, but I love this idea just because it gives you that immediate, thing that you've got to do. It stops you from eating as much, basically, because you're going, and hey, it's exercise too. So it burns some of those calories you just ate. Okay. So losing weight during the holidays, drink Shakeology. So this is our awesome meal replacement shake that Beachbody has come up with. They basically got a bunch of nutritionists together, and they kind of came up with like their dream team of superfoods. So superfoods are fruits and vegetables and other types of foods like that from around the world that have the most nutrients, the most healthy things in them. They've got adaptogens, they've got those antioxidants that you're always hearing about, and phytonutrients, all of those things that you need to be at optimum health. And it's actually a health shake, although a lot of people do lose weight with it. So, but even when I did lose my weight, I still drink it as a health shake because it has so many things that help decrease inflammation in your body and decrease your chances. Basically, if you have all of these nutrients, they are the ones that they say will help prevent you from getting into like diabetes and heart disease and that kind of thing. And part of that is because you've lost weight. So it has over 70 of those superfoods. So when I was in nurse practitioner school, we would learn how to treat all of these different diseases that were related to obesity, such as, high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, all of these things, high cholesterol. And it would tell us all of these medications that have like crazy side effects and everything, and make me really actually nervous to prescribe to people. And I'd be like, wow, I'm going to have to tell patients, okay, in order to lower your blood pressure, you've got to take this medication and it has all these side effects. Well, if you have that, let me know and we'll give you this other medication to counteract those side effects, or we'll switch you to a different one. And it was just, I just was really nervous about having to prescribe those things. And then at the very end of the chapter, of each of the chapters, they would say, or if the person would change their lifestyle and eat healthy and exercise and eat some of these superfoods, and it would maybe list a couple of them, then they wouldn't need those medications. And so for me, it was kind of a no-brainer when I found out that Shakeology had over 70 of these superfoods that could help people truly have that optimum health down to a cellular level, you guys, that they can have everything that they need for their body to run efficiently, and even their digestion and everything like that. Anyway, so I encourage you guys to try it. Message me if you want to try a sample of it, because it really has made a difference for me. And I really feel like I feel a lot better now in my life. And I feel good about that I am preventing those things from happening in the future, or giving myself a better shot, And so anyway, let me go to the next slide. Okay. So message me if you guys have any questions about all those things. So these are 10 points that I want you guys to think about. If this is you, kind of add up how many things you relate to, frustrated with your weight, tired of feeling kind of blah, sick of trying diets that don't work, working out for hours a week without seeing results. I know people that go to the gym like for 2 hours at a time, several days a week. Disappointed with how you look, like I said, don't beat yourself up. And if you feel low energy, make healthy choices and don't see results. Or if you just don't have any motivation at all, and you're not sure where to start, and you want to be confident again. So how many of those did you have out of 10? So think about those things. Because we do have those groups that help with all of those things, okay? These are things that people have tried in the past. Personal trainer, it can be really expensive. I know people that pay over $1,000 a month for a personal trainer. And then the nutritionists can be add on top of that. And then there's boot camps that are $200 or more for 5 days. And then joining a gym, that can be thousands of dollars a year, of course. And then Weight Watchers is $40 a month. My sister got good results with Weight Watchers, and but some people just, it is pretty much only the diet. They might have changed now, but before it was just only diet, and they were almost like telling people not to work out because it would add muscle weight. But if you've tried these things, I know I tried a lot of these things. I didn't necessarily get a personal trainer, but like I told you, I tried, running, and I tried different things, and I'd have some support sometimes. And so, and then I want you to think about, what will it cost you if you don't change? What will it cost you in your health? And for me, it could cost me, if I wasn't healthy enough. My first daughter that we have, I was pretty old having my first baby. I was 35. And so I've got to be healthy, you guys, all the way into my 50s, because I'm going to be chasing after her, and when I'm in my 50s, she's going to be like a teenager going into college and stuff. I need to be there. Okay. So if I want to make it, if I want to make it there and not be, feel like I can't go to her sporting events and different things and dance, whatever she has, that's a huge thing. And so, and then financially, how much is it going to cost you? I know, and I see kind of the end of the spectrum, you guys, the other end of the spectrum, where we see people in our office that really struggle with obesity. And so now they have back problems, and they're spending, thousands of dollars a month for pain specialists, because they have so much pain that a lot of the pain is related to how much weight they have on their frame. And it just really makes me sad, you guys. And so they have these huge, and then think about how much it would be to be in the hospital for one of the gastric band or gastric sleeve surgeries, and the thing is those surgeries, they seem like a quick fix, but they're not, you guys. And they really do have big risks. And I've, know of people that have had really big complications with them. And so I really want to help you guys get through your life, live healthy, and not have to deal with that. So even some people say, oh, well, it's too expensive to buy healthy food or to buy these programs and different things. It's a lot more expensive to have a heart attack, to be in the hospital for different things, when you're older, and to have those problems. So, and then emotionally, if you beat yourself up about this and keep in that spiral downwards, emotionally, you're just going to feel like crap for the rest of your life, basically. Okay. And then physically, again, we talked about that already, that it really takes a toll on people's bodies. And socially, I know that for me, even just losing my baby weight and everything, there were some times that, I didn't feel like I was kind of blah about going out places and stuff, because I was like, oh, well, I don't fit in any of my cute clothes and stuff. And, I still tried to go and do stuff because I was really big on making sure I didn't beat myself up, and I wanted to make sure I had that social support. Okay, so are you ready to change? I love this. It says your desire to change must be greater than your desire to stay the same. So we are having a Healthy for the Holidays challenge, and actually right after Halloween, it's going to be a Eat Clean After Halloween starting on November 1st. And so, again, it's kind of just a fun way to be like, okay, maybe you did eat a bunch of candy on Halloween, but now we're going to start clean slate on November 1st. So in these challenges, you have a personal coach, a simple nutrition plan. A lot of them come with the portion size containers now, that it takes away the guesswork of like portion sizes. Okay. And that's the biggest thing. It's like, you can eat healthy, but if you're eating too much, even of those healthy foods, you can still gain weight. And then it's got personal trainer style workouts that you do at home on your own time. And then we've got our online workout buddies, people in the group that are cheering you on, tons of support, and you get a free t-shirt at the end of your program. And then there's even cash prizes when you submit your results and more. So basically, all those other things that we talked about. There's some places, some things that people try to do where they only focus on the fitness, the workouts. Other places only focus on, hello. Other places only focus on nutrition. And then other places, you get the support, but you might not have those other things. So, and then the last thing is rewards. And so Beachbody really does a great job of having all 4 of those things. We have great personal trainer style workouts that you do at home. So you've got the fitness, you've got the nutrition of a simple nutrition plan, and usually they come with the portion size containers. And then you have the support, because a lot of people, they can have a great plan, but if you don't have the support of somebody, whether it's your family and friends, or for us, it's our online workout, the challenge group support, then a lot of people will quit. It's a proven thing that people, humans need support. We need to be together on this. And so you get support. And the nice thing is that it's online. And so, you post in that group, and even though I may have a completely different schedule than you, I'm going to see it sometime that day. And then the last one is rewards. And that's that where you get a t-shirt when you're done. I just got my Country Heat t-shirt. I was really excited. You get, and then you submit your results, and they give out $500 every day of, for whoever has their most inspiring story of that day. And so, okay, so we are at the end of our topic here, you guys. And so I want you to make sure that you message me if you have any questions. And so, and you can definitely, message me, even if you just want to know more about the group. Maybe you're not quite ready to do it just yet, but you just want to know what we do and everything, then go ahead and message me. I do run free groups also. For example, this week is our free online yoga group. It's an online yoga retreat. So we will be doing that free clean eating, eat clean after Halloween on November 1st, and that will go right into the challenge group. And the nice thing is that we're starting to do some shorter challenge groups. And so the challenge group, it'll be kind of combined with that clean eating group, and it'll end before Thanksgiving, you guys. So I'm talking about November 1st through, probably the 21st, and so, and then what I do is I keep the group open during the week of Thanksgiving, just to give you extra support if you need it. And so I really hope those tips help you guys. And I recorded this, so I'm going to be sending it out to all of you. And I hope you guys have very happy and healthy holidays. And I hope that we get to work together to help each other succeed. So I'm going to stop the recording here. Let's see. I got to figure out how to stop it. Oh, here it is. Okay, talk to you.